All right, hi everybody. So for this particular question, we read that Gurpreet was using her calculator to work with the following functions, and so she's got f of x is equal to 2 sine of x, g of x is equal to the secant of x. And then she made the following four statements. Statement 1, pi comma 1 is a point on the graph of g composed with f. Now let's just take a quick look, because the question is clearly going to ask whether that's true or not. And if you look at the bottom, yeah, it does. So here we go. So g of f of x looks like this. Okay, so now if we're evaluating this at pi, the question is, does that become 1 in the end? Well, let's take a quick look here. If we evaluate f of pi, well, the sign of pi is actually 0, and 2 times 0 is 0, so f of pi is going to be 0. And now g of f of pi, well, we know that f of pi is 0, so g of 0 would be the secant of 0. And remember, secant is just the reciprocal of reciprocal of cosine, my mistake, reciprocal of cosine, and the cosine of 0 is 1. So yeah, the answer here would be, yes, that actually works. The sine of, when I evaluate that function at pi, we get 1. Look at the next one. It's going to be g of pi divided by f of pi. So this is going to be the secant of pi divided by 2 times the sine of pi. Okay, well, we've already discussed that the secant of pi, or actually we talked about the secant of 0, but the secant of pi is going to be negative 1. Sine of pi is 0. So it doesn't really matter that it's multiplied by 2 there. I'm still going to get a 0 in the denominator. So this is actually undefined. So this one does not actually work. Now let's take a look at the next one. G plus f of x. Now this is, again, at pi here. So this is g of pi plus f of pi. Whoops. Well, we know that g of pi, or we were just talking about this, g of pi is going to be negative 1. F of pi is going to be 0. Whoops. So I have a comma there, but actually what I mean to say is plus f of pi, which is going to be 0. So yeah, actually that does become the negative 1 that we're seeing over here in that point. So there we go. And then actually it turns out that this last one is going to be the same, because whether we add 0 or subtract 0, the result doesn't change. It's still going to be negative 1. So yeah. So in this case here, the statements that are true will be 1, 3, and 4.